Welcome back, everybody. The Grand Tactician, Civil War, Grandpa Gaming is episode 41 of our View Unit Only Federal Summer 61 campaign using the a.o.m mod. So, as you can see here, we have some major movements on the map. We have 2 deep strikes going on. We just fought a major engagement over in Virginia. And I'm hoping things kind of slow down for the winter at this point. It's now November 24th. So, but things have been happening. As you know, the AI cannot sit steady during the winter. So I was saying, we just fought a major engagement here at Alexandria. It lasted 3 days. First day, defending off 2 cores, and the third day, pushing off a 3rd core. So, massive action for Meade's Army of the East. And their numbers are showing it. They are below 15,000 men right now in that corps. They are showing all the fighting. I mean, it's not been my best operational corps, but they have been kind of steadfast in the Northern Virginia sector. So I can't fault Meade too much on that. It shows a siege going on here at Fort Mitchell, which is not actually happening. That's kind of a glitch there. There was like an Army HQ that touched it and then moved away, so I don't know why it's still showing a siege. There's nobody there. It was just the Army of Alabama headquarters. So hopefully that clears off soon. The grunts are still down in Richmond, getting their readiness back up. I'm hoping the readiness comes back up soon, because you do have the 2 corps just north of them. They're actually building a supply depot. It looks like they're getting ready for winter quarters. Might bring on another action against us. I want our readiness well back up there, because I do want to make... Oof, we're down to 12,500 in the grunts. Oh, that's right. Enlistments came up. I totally forgot enlistments came up. All these units need to refit. Oh, crap. That's not good. And something just fell behind me. So, yeah, Virginia, we're not looking good on numbers there right now. Over in Kentucky, we're still sitting steady at Lexington. Buell's force is almost fully green again. Everybody's sitting in winter quarters. I don't really expect Chestnut Jr.'s corps to sit steady. They are building another depot here, but I'm going to give it a few more days and see what happens. Hopefully they just kind of sit steady, but I'm unsure right now. We still have 2 corps up in the Appalachia Valley. Hardee's Corps and Army of Eastern Tennessee, which is only 1,100 men right now. They've really stripped men out of that force. Still sitting up in the Appalachia Valley. We still have District Louisiana is kind of hanging out around the Asheville area, it looks to be, and not doing much else. I really thought they would have pursued the Army of Ohio down into Georgia, but they've been leaving us sitting here for now unmolested. We have taken Macon, and we're building a supply depot there right now. As soon as the readiness of the Army of Ohio is ready to go again, even though it's winter, it shouldn't be too bad down here in Georgia. I'm probably going to keep them on the move. Over here in Mississippi, Louisiana, we have made it down to Baton Rouge with the Independent Cavalry Corps, unmolested the entire way, except for the rebel fleet that's been shadowing us down the river. Army of Illinois, that's just the headquarters, but B's Corps looks like it might now be pursuing us, might not be. I have no idea what they're doing right now. I really thought they would have pursued us and hunted down this corps at this point, but they have just not done so. We really can't fight them, so it's been trying to stay one step ahead while capturing cities, and they've been allowing us to do that. We're 50% capture on Baton Rouge. And we still have the Army of Tennessee sitting at Carrollton out in Arkansas, and they cannot move. We got Waddy's Corps maneuvering behind them. Looks like they're making a move against St. Louis. And we still have 3 other corps over here. McCullough, Weisiger, Army of the West, which is the headquarters. So, he's Army of Illinois. He's Army of the West. Who's B belong to? Army of Illinois. They got corps nowhere near their Army headquarters, which is kind of funny. No point in having Army headquarters if your corps are nowhere near command range. So things are kind of all over the place on the map. We have still not rebuilt the bombardment fleet. I'm not sure if I'm going to or not. Just keep reinforcing the Chesapeake Squadron and making them better at Holding in blockades. Maybe I give them amphibious landings. I could probably maybe attempt to use this fleet. Would like to retake Fortress Monroe. Gives control of Onnacoke and Hampton. I don't want them stopping their blockades. Their blockades have been doing really well for us. Showing only 33%, but they do have a very large control area. The Department of South Carolina is still out in the Fire Isles for some reason. I guess that's it for the map overview, so I'll come back in once something else happens. Alright, everybody, it is now a week later. It's December 1st. Nothing much has happened out here except for rebel units maneuvering out in the Western Theater in Arkansas. It looks like they are going to be consolidating forces to go up against our army to Tennessee, which could be an issue. We are heavily outnumbered in that. We're basically heavily outnumbered everywhere except for Kentucky. So that may or may not become an issue. And good news is Baton Rouge is now ours. So it says 99% supplies, but nothing there. That's got to be a glitch. But we're going to sort that out right now. All right, boys. Time for the main prize. Head on New Orleans. Now we're looking over here in Georgia. 4 more days for that supply depot. Once that's ready, your readiness will come up faster. It says 93 days for full readiness. Once that depot is built, to be ready to go a lot sooner than that. Actually, everybody's readiness times are like really exaggerated right now from what I noticed. It's not even showing a time for Meade. And the grunts went from like 60 days to 127 days. So that's kind of crazy. So that's neither here nor there. It is time for the monthlies. All right, current rating of our nation is A-, which is very good. Our debt increase, we did just cut a bond 2 days ago. Probably because we did recruit 1 more brigade, but I don't think that should cost us enough money to have to cut another bond, but apparently we did. Current economy cycle is contraction, but we have entered into winter, so that's fine. We're earning $340 million in taxes. No buildings finished construction, which is wrong because we did finish a fort. Total export volume over months was 924 out with 967 coming in, so we're pretty even on with that. Average core production over the last 3 months was 432 million, a change of plus 3.4 million. We lack wool, coffee, and flour, none of which we should be lacking, honestly. Looking at our finances, yeah, we did cut that bond. And it was still spending $217 million more than we're bringing in. But we are slowly working on that. Intelligence. According to our intelligence sources, Confederates are working on Print Notes 1. I thought they'd already done that. Relations have not changed at all with Britain or France. They started building another ship. And morale Confederate arms is currently at 63%, which I think is a bit high for the drubbings that we have just given them. They've taken some major battle defeats recently. Looking over at strategy, national morale, we're at 72, they're 43. They were at 45 until Baton Rouge fell. That dropped them by another 2 points. National support, we're at 61 to their 91, which I feel is kind of odd, but we do control a lot of their territory right now. Morale armies, we're at 70 to their 64. Men in the field, we have 101,723 in their field to the 187,351 they have. They were over 200,000. So we have done a lot of damage to them. Navy tonnage, we have 28,000 tons in the water. They have 161,000 tons in the water. Battles won, we're at 78 to their 20, so I really don't understand how their national support's so high. Total casualties, we're sitting at 64,102 to their 161,114. Those casualty numbers also do count wounded, not just killed in action. So we're doing more than 2 to 1 against them, which is great. Policies. We're currently working on a Revenue Act 2 to get us some more of that sweet, sweet theft of money from our people. Yes, give me your money. I need to feed it to the war machine. And projects, what do we got available right now? Another level of suppressed population. We don't need more troops. Supply reform. That's level 2 and 3. We don't need that. Let's go another level of trade warfare. Just subsidize industry once more. See if we can catch up on some of our production needs. I'm doubtful that'll do anything, but we'll try. You know what? I feel that Buell's been sitting around too long. And they have this nice fresh depot over here for us to capture. All right, Buell. December surprise for the rebels. I'm usually the one sitting still during the winter, but if there's a gain to be made, I'm going to gain it. Maybe they'll stand and fight. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll draw some of these forces out of the valley and up to engage against us. We'll see. All right, it's now December 3rd, and we have our first engagement of December here, and it is our push against Harrodsburg in Kentucky. Our army in Mississippi, with 22,424 men and 838 guns under command of Buell, is going up against the Army of Ohio and their 1 Corps, Chestnut Juniors, under command of Carter Stevenson. They're bringing 17,829 infantry, no cavalry, and 2 guns to the fight. So we're fairly even on infantry, but they have 0 cavalry and only 2 artillery pieces. This is kind of interesting. Let's get in here and kick these boys out of Kentucky. Welcome, my grunts, to the Battle of Harrodsburg. Amazingly enough, this is actually polling as a meeting engagement, even though we moved to attack them and the rebels didn't move to meet us and they were actually defending the area. This has turned into a meeting engagement. We actually saw this happen with the second day of Alexandria. So a little odd, but it's okay. Though we don't have a really good approach route. We have to come out of the mountains into Perryville. Which means we got to come all the way out of these mountains over here, down the Harrodsburg Pike, either cross here and here or straight to Perryville and up this way. The rebels are going to be on the objective basically off the bat. They're coming out of the mountains too, but they're on top of the objectives. We don't have a clear path there. They do. But from what I'm gathering, there's no way across here to Dixville is... Yeah, I think we're actually cross the river here and push up this way, because we use this farm track here, cross the ford, and attack in this direction. And I'm not seeing, it's not showing me the streams are frozen yet. It's not quite cold enough for that. Yeah, it's 35 degrees. Cold enough to where it's going to suck, but not cold enough to freeze the streams just yet, so we do have to use the fords. I'll get my troops on the move, and I'll come back in once we have the rebels side in. Oh. He chose not to fight us. We actually just got inside each other right at the end of the day. And Stevenson decided to withdraw. So, the battle that was not to be. Ugh. What a disappointment. And it looked like it was about to turn into a pretty good fight, too. I'd gotten my cavalry, so I missed one of their entry points. So they were actually in the top western corner while I was in the top eastern corner. So we both had about an equal distance to get to the objective, and my cavalry just gotten onto the objective and was going to set up defensively and wait for the infantry to come up. It was turning out to be looked like it was going to turn out to be a good fight for us, and he's like, yep, nope, I'm done playing. And hopefully, yep, we already showed the depot flipping to our control, so they were not able to burn it down. We didn't lose too much readiness on that move, so we might just pursue. Because if he retreats in the face of us, that might leave Nashville open to us. This should force these rebel corps which are heading out here in the Appalachian Valley to come get us. I mean, they still haven't gone to retake Knoxville. And it looks like Waddy's actually heading down this way now, so looks like they're really getting ready to stack up against the Army of Tennessee. How are we looking down here? Still ways away from being ready to go. Depot will be done in 2 days, so his readiness should climb faster after that. As soon as he's a bit into the green, we're moving against Augusta and then against Savannah. And then we'll move north into South Carolina. We'll avoid Florida. We don't need to head down there. Now, are we almost to New Orleans? Almost there. Looks like one more day of travel. And they went back up to 44 in national morale. I don't understand how they haven't retaken anything, but hey, it is what it is. All right, it's now December 6th, and we've caught back up with the Army of Ohio, Chestnut Jr.'s quarter. Army of Alabama headquarters is also here, too. I have no idea what the hell they're doing here. They were the headquarters that brushed up against our fort here. They got here fast. And there is another corps in the area, Eccles Corps, which is not part of this engagement. Maybe he'll stand and fight us this time, maybe he won't, but I am pushing through to Nashville regardless if you guys want to fight us or not. So the rebels start pulling their stick together. Welcome, my grunts, to the Battle of Harrodsburg Part 2. Let's see if they actually fight us this time. Once again, we're on the Perryville map, and it's still a meeting engagement. It looks like this time we are fighting for the headwaters of the Bull Run off of Doctors Creek. Yeah, Bull Run is a very well-used name in American streams. Don't know why, but it is. So rebels are coming in. They have here, here, and here. So they're coming from northwest, west, or southwest. So same game plan as before. This time instead of we got a little further to travel. I'm going to get my cavalry down onto the heights right over here outside of Perryville, possibly up to the headwaters of the run itself, possibly, or we may just wait for the rebels to show up. I'm not so sure they're going to fight. If they pulled away last time before we even fought, they may just do so again. So I'm not holding high hopes for this fight, but we'll see. I'm just going to keep shoving them out of the way until I get to back down to Tennessee. All right, so now going on 1 o'clock in the afternoon in the game, and we have the rebels sided. We did beat them to the objective once again. They are coming down the road from the northwest. And I'm trying to get my cavalry into blocking positions prior to their arrival. So the streams here are frozen. They're really not going to offer as much in the way of cover. I just want to get my cavalry out here in loose order and ready to block their infantry while mine comes up. Mine's fairly close. They're back here. 1st Division's just arrived at Perryville. That's the 3rd Infantry is on the ground already with Charles Smith. So Let's get you boys set up in here. And Buell, let's bring you down to that crossroad. You have the 3rd Infantry following up on... No, that was the 3rd. 5th Infantry following behind. And 1st Infantry Division is going to be reserved as they are 1 brigade short right now. Judging by the terrain, our artillery may or may not be in use for this fight. Changed Cadwalder's orders here. Come up to red here. I don't see my artillery being actually arriving from this direction. And Perryville is not a good place for artillery. It is just hilly as hell. I mean, it's you could use artillery close in work at Perryville, but what a mess if you've never been to that battlefield. So if we make it to the end of the day, I don't believe the rebels will hang around. We're already showing a minor victory, and it was a minor victory the last time we saw them, and they retreated before we had contact, but we met up right at the end of the day, which is going to be here in about 3 hours, maybe 4. So hopefully we can do some damage to them by then. Commander of the Army of Ohio. When you boys are following a road, you should have been there already. What the hell? I don't see 2 brigades so far. Boggs Brigade and the Arkansas State Troops. I want to move forward because we do have some cover here, so I want to make sure we utilize that. These brigades aren't as bad as some of my other ones. The cavalry in the grunts is at like 500 men per. So they are battalions or regimental strength for cavalry. Battalion for infantry. Get them in range. No point in taking shots that we don't need to. So you boys gonna engage or what? Told you boys the same thing. Let's go. Are you being skittish today? somebody's command staff. Army of Ohio General's command staff being hit. That's right, boys. Back up. You don't want none of this. Don't pursue them, boys. Do not pursue. There's my infantry still moving up. Sickles. I want you up here on this knoll with those Sharps rifles. Pennies, I want you coming in over here. And Spices, you're going to come in over here. Bob's already broken. So somebody up here. Deal. Yeah, I do have my other infantry and artillery heading up here to the Turpin house. Charleston Guards. $350 men in that regiment. You're fighting some of these units to the absolute bone. I would just lose sight of them. That's BS. Oh, come on. That's BS. There's no reason that we shouldn't be able to see these boys. we got a beautiful target coming for you, Sickles. Get your men in there. Who else has the sharps? It's Wool with the Yorkshires, who just received those sharps too. 6 Australians coming there. Nola Chucky's gonna have you go reserve. And fall back. They're going to keep falling back out of our range. Don't chase them.
Save your water for when the shooting starts.
I moved my guns sooner in the hopes they'd be up quicker, but that was a forlorn hope, apparently. Thought the frozen ground would help, as it's only 10 degrees. That's 15 now. It warmed up a little bit.
Right shoulder. How much longer, Sarge? Right shoulder. Shift. Right shoulder. Shift. Pow!
Yeah, I don't think they're going to hang around and fight us for a second day. Kind of need everybody up here as quick as possible so we can do as much damage as possible.
Save your water for when the keep your spacing. Save your water for when the shooting starts. Keep the cage, damn you.
Oh, keep coming forward, boys. We got something for you. All right, give it to them. We stand up and our range decreased. Okay. Or were we standing already? I thought these guys were laying down. No, they really got it out for the Hoosiers.
Keep the cage, damn you.
Let's get the cavalry out. All right, the infantry's here, boys. See if we get a repeat of the last time the Siamese saw some battle. They did a lot of damage. They wrecked some rebels in the last fight they were in.
Get up on your feet.
Cavalry, get the hell out of the way, please. Come on, Elsie, just a little bit closer. Yorkshire's at the double, get in position.
Keep up, men. Don't fall behind.
Not the best opening volley. Hell, we lose sight of them? Come on. Hate that crap. All right, Yorkshires, you're up next.
Keep up, men. Don't fall behind.
They're just out of range. Might be a little reverse slope. I think that's the issue. Push forward just a little bit more, get forward slope. That's looking better. Chucky's getting position. Guns, get up here. How are you guys still over there? Come on, Nola Chuckies, you're missing out. Same as you, Six Royals. There we go. Artillery's opening up. Everything's arriving just on time. Alright, Pennies, go get the Arkansas State troops. Need to cause damage. Chucky's get the South Carolina Reserve. Heavy. That's it. Keep hitting them. Get up here, boys. It's kind of falling back, Arkansas. Stay in play. Orphan Brigade's just eating those casualties. On them, Spicy's chasing them down. Keep forcing them to turn. There we go. All the Southern homes are not going to have a good Christmas this year. Finish on them, little Chuckies. Keep pushing. Mass, get up here. Spices, come on. You're disappointing me. Get up here, boys. We almost got him in circle. We're almost there for another major victory. That would be beautiful. That's it, boys. Rip them down. They are retreating. All right, Pennies, get in there, butt stocks and bayonets. Let's chase some of these boys down. See if we can't force some surrenders. They're going to retreat faster and we can close in, aren't they? I should have brought my cavalry back up. I want as much damage as possible done to them. Keep firing. Spicy's still engaged. That couldn't have gone better. That was beautiful. Straight up a meeting engagement, a race to the objective, and we won it. They really should have beat us there, to be honest with you. But they didn't. Those are some nice numbers. Took down 3,400 of their 15,000 infantry. They didn't have any cavalry. They did have 2 guns on the field, but they're not showing them now. So 3,400 of his 15,000 men. That's a big hit. We lost 788 of our 18,971 infantry, 96 of our 2,896 cavalry, 0 guns. Total loss of 884 of our 22,438 men. That's almost 4-to-1 odds. That's a massive blow to them. Hell yeah. Where's my keyboard loud and tell me the caps lock is on? All right, combat reports. Engineers did not fight. 1st Cavalry Division. Hoosier Horsemen did 72 to infantry, plus 73 quarter command staff there. Lightning Brigade did 17 to infantry. And Missouri Home Guard did 221 to infantry. Losses. Hoosier Horsemen, 5 dead, 41 wounded, 10 missing, total 56. Aggregate strength of 753, 7% casualties. Lightning Brigade, no losses. Missouri Home Guard, 6 dead, 28 wounded, 6 missing, total 40. Aggregate strength of 1,077, 4% casualties. 96 for the division. 1st Infantry Division did not fight. Wait, I thought they did. Could have sworn the 6th man. Oh, yeah. I'm seeing all these zeros, not looking over here. 6th Mass did 475 to infantry. And the 1st Indiana did 222 to infantry. Losses. 6th Mass, 23 dead, 80 wounded, 23 missing, total 126. Aggregate strength of 1,745. 7% casualties. 1st Indiana, 5 dead, 23 wounded, 3 missing, total 31. Aggregate strength 2,425. 1% casualties. 3rd Infantry, Penny Brigade did 238 to infantry, captured 5, quarter artillery patrol 248. 5th Siamese Rifles did 827 to infantry, 2 artillery patrol of 829. Spicy Balloon Brigade did 31 to infantry, captured 97, and captured 5 artillery patrol 137. Losses, Penny Brigade, 11 dead, 129 wounded, 17 missing, total 157. Those numbers are high because they were that one brigade that had face-off basically against their entire reserve battle line. So 10% casualties for that brigade. 5th Siamese, 15 dead, 60 wounded, 12 missing, total of 87. Aggregate strength 1,725, 5% casualties. Spicy Balloons, 6 dead, 19 wounded, 2 missing, total 27. Aggregate strength 2,758, 1% casualties. They are still a fairly new brigade. 5th Infantry. Nolichuckies did 241 to infantry. 6th RAR did 635 to infantry. 1 artillery patrol 638, so you got some command staff there. And the Yorkshires did 166 to infantry. Losses, Nolichuckies, 28 dead, 132 wounded, 22 missing, total 182. Aggregate strength 1,073, 15% casualties. 6 Royal Australians, 29 dead, 121 wounded, 18 missing, total 168. Aggregate strength 2,607, 6% casualties. Yorkshires, 0 dead, 8 wounded, 2 missing, total 10. Aggregate strength 2,786, 0% casualties. In the artillery, Jeremy's Crazy X did 6 to infantry. Culloden's Revenge did 48 to infantry. And the Irish Creamers did 12 to infantry, plus some command staff, plus up to 15. And they should have taken 0 losses. Yep. So we didn't lose any of our officers. Let's see if we got any of theirs. Well, we wounded the Army commander. Lieutenant General Stevenson's been wounded. Commander of the Army of Ohio. Wounded Brigadier General Smith. Wounded Armistead. And Lieutenant Colonel Keller. Got their Army commander and 2 brigade commanders and a battery commander. It's not too bad. Army of Alabama had nobody on the field. It was just their command headquarters. Oh, and I forgot the engineers all the way back there. I'll get closed out of here, and I'll see you all at the newspaper screen. Glorious victory at Harrodsburg. Army of Ohio fleeing in panic. And they blamed it on poor old General Armistead. Not only is he wounded, but they blamed the loss on him. Are you kidding me? What BS? Well, the army commander is wounded also, so you can blame him. Battle of Harrodsburg is ended with the Army of Ohio retreating in panic. The Army's reported suffered total casualties at 3,395 men. There are 494 killed and 1,235 captured. Our casualties total 884 men, with 128 killed, 115 missing, and the rest are wounded. We captured 1,400 rifles and one gun from the field and sent 1,200 soldiers off to our vacation camps. Hopefully our readiness is not too low from that. Oh, we are still in the green. Yes. Buell, keep up your offensive. You are moving to Nashville. We are not stopping this push. This train is going to keep rolling. Join the deep strikes. And we're looking down here at New Orleans. 27% in our control. We're looking over here at Macon. Get your readiness up, Dix. Get your readiness up. We need you to move soon. Now looking up here in Virginia. I think we're still waiting on the Irish Brigade to come back. Yep, 4 more days until the Irish Brigade returns. I already sent away 35th Infantry, but they had a long way to go. So they're going to be gone another 50 days. These guys they're already getting numbers back, but they were almost around 800 men. So they're already starting to get some numbers back. All right, I'm going to keep this episode rolling along. I want to see if we can get into Nashville this episode. We just might. And New Orleans is ours. We have now fully captured the Mississippi. Confederacy's cut in half. Union morale soars. Scott's Anaconda Plan bites. I can't believe we actually managed to get the Independent Cavalry Corps all the way down to New Orleans. Started out here, trying to take down the fort at Muskogee, and ended up all the way down here in New Orleans. I cannot believe we pulled that one off. And that drops their national morale to 42 now. I figured it would have dropped it a little further than that. I thought that would have been a game ender right there. Okay. No rest for the wicked, Howard. No rest for the wicked. You guys still have full readiness. We now control all the rail lines. We're going to finish taking Louisiana. There's one town left in Louisiana, and that's Shreveport. So we're going to rail them up to Monroe. Then move against Shreveport. I think December's going a little better for us than we thought. I have stopped my push against Nashville. The snows fell right after that last fight, so movement became almost impossible. So I have fallen back onto Harrodsburg to let the Army of Mississippi sit there for the rest of the winter. So if anything's going to happen, it's going to be over here in Virginia, where there's really not much snow on the ground. So we're going to keep on rolling along. All right, it's now December 21st. We almost made it the whole month without another engagement, but here's our next one. Apparently, Weisinger's Corps of the Army of the West, supported by B's Corps, apparently, has been sitting here for a while, just eating attrition, is attacking Daywood and the Army of the Tennessee at Carrollton. So we're bringing 15,154 infantry, 1,700 cavalry, 40 guns. So there are 15,534 infantry, almost 4,000 cavalry, and 22 guns. So fairly even on fight with 2 corps coming in together. It looks like B's is not arriving for 9 hours. It's already 2 p.m. Day's probably going to end at 4 or 5, so they're definitely going to be here on an overnight if we don't beat down Weisiger immediately. So we're going to try and do that. Welcome, my grunts. It's about Carrollton. So we are on the defensive. We're on the Fulton Gap map, and originally on the initial screen, it showed B's Corps coming in at 9 hours from now. Now it says they're coming in 1 hour. So moving forward and taking down Weisiger as quickly as possible is kind of gone out the window. So we will be sitting defensive on this one. Not exactly sure what their deployment zone looks like, but with the way this is bowed in around Fulton's Gap here, I kind of feeling the rebels might be right around here. Got a pretty large deployment area. So I'm going to have the grunts take the main defense line here, as they are basically a new division which hasn't done a lot of fighting. So we're going to give them the chance to do that. I'm going to leave the Liberty Legion up here on the main road at Germantown, because I can have them flex to other defensive points. I'm going to have the engineer sit down here at King's Ford and watch over that. And the Blue Storm Brigade sit up this fort up here and watch over this. So Shaw can flex and support either unit as necessary. So pretty straightforward defense. And my guns are going to be up here on this hillside. They have just enough range to reach over the river here. So I'm going to go get the bastards set up and come back in once we have the rebels sighted. All right, it's now 1450, and we do have rebel cavalry sighted, coming on quick. These are probably the mounted rifles, I'm guessing. Yep, 4th Texas mounted, 2nd Texas, and the 7th. Go Blocks still getting in position. I didn't realize Go Blocks' battery still had 6-pound field guns. We have to upgrade them after this fight. How the hell we just lose sight of the cavalry? That didn't make any sense for a second. I did spread my guns out a bit more than I usually do, but I felt that was for the best. I'm surprised they're not trying to cross over here unless they saw the cavalry there and decided not to. You boys might want to think twice about coming this way. Let's move a little closer to the edge. Want some fire across the stream. So water shouldn't be frozen. Doesn't mean it's not going to be. It's 34 degrees, so the water should not be frozen. They have to use the bridge. Come on, Go Blocks. Get your boys set up. That's it. Keep coming closer.
Keep calm. Open the fire. We'll see the
Lay down. I want you to give them a good volley once they're on the bridge. Iowa River Star firing for I thought they would. Give it to them, boys.
Get that, you rebel.
I hope like a good solid shot rolling into them. Oh yeah, cavalry stuck on a bridge. This should be a shooting gallery.
Anytime now, men. Wait.
That's it. Push more. Come on, set him across the bridge. Push more into that maelstrom. Let's go. You boys stuck in a load animation? You're stuck in a load animation. First surge, come down here, but I need to support the guns just in case. Oh crap, where the hell did you boys come from? Did he charge right across? Hell, they got right across. Looks like they got caught in hand-to-hand with Blackbeards who were trying to chase them. Let's gun them down, boys. This isn't your first rodeo, boys. You shouldn't be breaking this easy. What the hell's going on here? Some firing now, okay. Push them into the water, boys. Suffrage at the double. Go blocks. Get your guns back. Still not going anywhere near where the cavalry is. It doesn't look like the water's frozen, but apparently it is. Could have sworn I ordered you boys forward. Push them into the damn river. second text is just sitting there taking. Now B's arrived. Actually, you know what? Hold there. Rockets, why'd you break? You barely took any casualties. Alright, Lincoln, Valkyries, take a position there.
No slacking, soldier.
Where the hell is Holt orders finally going out? Their guns behind, did they? Alright, back onto the crest. Alignment. That Hector. Back to working on that. This is our town, you shall not pass. Guys are glitched out. They're finally going away. Yep, who's wounded? Burnside. Commander of the Bastards. They should be firing while working on the breastwork. It looks like they're stuck in a load animation. I think we got one of our major generals back from being wounded, so that position's going to be covered. Where are you going? You have less than 200 people in this unit. That shouldn't even exist anymore. Boys, soldier, go forward and hit those guns. Hit those guns. Get rid of them. All right, push them into the water. Let them freeze to death. Third Louisiana, just 4th MSG left. Now, that's one core broken. Still got the other one coming up. Day's about to end in 30 minutes. Probably do an overnight withdrawal at this point. Hopefully not. We can really run off the casualties. They do not. We're gonna get them at 9% casualties. We took some unnecessary casualties here. These guys weren't really firing for some reason. They're pushed off.
Fill those buckets, Private. Fill that gap, Private. Keep moving. Stop the reload. Keep the formation.
The hell happened to Go Block's battery? When did you boys break? It's going to be quiet for now. I'm going to have to wait and see if they continue the attack or go for an overnight. All right, it's now 0800. It looks like the rebels have decided to keep up the attack. And we just took around 300 men ran away overnight for us, but almost double that for the rebels. So we had them over 1,000 casualties. They now jumped over 2,500 with the amount of men that run away. But it says they have 20,000 men on the field now, which I'm not sure how accurate that is. It says B's got 13,000 men. It's a lot more than my initial estimates. We've already put 34% casualties down on Weisiger. Now let's see if B comes into the attack. I haven't really shifted any of my forces. I think we're in a good position as is. Oh, looks like the engineers got pushed off. Oh, no, that's the rocket chickens. Engineers did get pushed off their point, though. Actually, no. What I should have them do is fall back and cover the spring here, just in case they get somebody in behind me. Because they can cross wherever they want right now. Rocket chickens, come up to the road here. You're just going to sit reserve for now. Kind of lost my trust in you. I think Weisiger may have pulled off, and we got to wait for B to show up. All right, it's now 9:40 in the morning, and I have had to now completely shift my army. As you can see, I've got my engineers building breastworks here. I just happened to put out on the map, and I saw dust trails coming down this road here, and I'd actually pulled the engineers from this position to go back to the objective, which was apparently a smart idea. But it's taking a while for my infantry to come up, because apparently when I sent my orders, everybody decided to not use the road. So, yeah, it's taking a while for my infantry to come up. So I got my cavalry on the way. We're going to try and... They're already here by the dust. You can see the dust trail right there where my mouse is. So I'm trying to get my cavalry up there to delay while the infantry comes up, because why they came this way is beyond me. And they have the road right here, which is their starting point was along this road, but decided to not use the road, except for one brigade.
Save your water for when the shooting starts.
It looks like the Freedmen engineers finally hit their third level of engineering. All right. At the trot, boys. Get up there. Freedom Fires, you're on the road. Still ways off, though, but... Need you boys to hit the double. Just had sighting on the Rebs down in the water. Oh, it's the mounted rifles again. So Weisiger's leading the attack. Come on, clear the road. So one brigade's withdrawn from the field. That was the South Carolina cadets. So kind of expected. They were pretty well bashed up yesterday. Why is the 7th Texas marching like they're infantry? That's got to be some type of glitch. That's it, Blue Storms. Give it to them. And they already broke. Nice. You guys finally hit your level 3 on engineering. And they got to go to another way for the engineering. They're getting the signal corps flag. There's really no engineer flag. Yeah, where the hell did the engineer flag go? Oh, there it is. It's a signal corps flag, but it's good enough for the engineers since I don't have an engineer flag. Actually, I'd rather hold on these heights.
No foraging. You stay ready. Keep up, man.
Sorry, engineers, your work was for naught. I'd rather have that high ground.
Anyone got
Come on, boys, let's go. I feel these guys are only staying up to 1 or 2 volleys like the other brigade did. Let's get forward slope a little more. These guys are eating a few more than the other brigade did. Yep, there they go. coming to... Why aren't you using the road, damn it? And you go blocks, you can stay back there.
On me! Keep up, men! Move! I'll cover!
It looks like it's going to be a while before anybody else shows up. I'm surprised I actually haven't started a withdrawal quite yet. Looks like you were just getting orders with... Where is that rider going? No, I just saw puffs of artillery smoke mines, but it was trees. And there they go. All right, looks like it's going to be a little while before anybody else shows up, so I'll be back. All right, it's now a little after 11. And these cores now, they're Louisiana, Hector. Okay, this is still Weisiger. What there was B. Is this B coming up behind? Yep, there's the first of B's men coming. We still got some of Weisiger's infantry coming up. I did push down to my original line here that I built with the engineers as an overwatch. Because where I was setting up defensively, left that available for use by the rebels, so I decided to push forward and retake it. Artillery should be able to see right over you boys. Apparently not. Okay.
Did you see that? Anybody got any tobacco?
300 men left in that regiment, 1,300 in that brigade.
No slacking, soldier.
Sending forward Weisiger's units first is going to allow me to break these guys pretty easily, as they're already kind of beaten up. Oh, the Molly Pitcher's got to level up. The first one in this army to do so. Look at the boomstick battery flag. Come on, get on that damn wall. You also have a clear view of them. And the bastards in position in reserve. Could you boys be approaching any slower? And Goblock says, battery, how's your morale looking? You're stable now. And I'll bring you up over here. Get ready to give it to him, boys. I thought they were RNG boys. Aren't they? Aren't? Yeah. Lay back down, give him another hard volley. All right, artillery, watch those short fuses, damn it. This might do for the battle. Never even engage B and this fight's over. Weisiger decided he wants to go out in a blaze of glory, it looks like. Texas has left the field. You see, we're knocking down Weisiger's command staff back there. Maybe we'll get lucky and Weisiger will come forward, but I don't think so. Yep, there they go. They are not hanging around. So let's just speed this along. I was really hoping Weisiger would come forward. said Weisiger gun forward. I meant B. All right, so we took down 1,800 of their 16,000 infantry, 1,500 of their 3,600 cavalry. We got 520 guns. Total loss of 3,600 of their 20,000 men. We lost 883 of our 15,151 infantry, 7 of our 1,700 cavalry, 5 of our 40 guns, but we get those back. Total 973 of our 17,451 men. Majority of those, I think, went missing overnight. All right, time for the combat reports. Blue Storm Brigade did 290 to cavalry with 0 combat losses. They did have 7 men run away overnight, which is not bad at all. Freedom Engineers did not fight. Liberty Legion. Freedom Fighters did 257 to infantry. First Suffrage Brigade did 475 to infantry, 108 to cavalry, 18 artillery for total 603. Lincoln's Valkyries did 564 to infantry, 99 to cavalry for total 673. They also plussed up in numbers because they did hit a bunch of command staff. Losses, Freedom Fighters, 7 dead, 23 wounded, 15 missing, total 45. Accurate strength of 1,266, 3% casualties. First Suffrage, 34 dead, 153 wounded, 41 missing, total 228. Accurate strength 2,134, 10% casualties. Lincoln Valkyries, 7 dead, 43 wounded, 23 missing, total 73. Accurate strength 2,299, 3% casualties. The Master Division, the Blackbeards, did 118 to cavalry. Rocket Chickens did 645 to cavalry before they broke. And our River Boys did 52 to infantry, 277 to cavalry for total 320. I thought so. They were kind of stuck in a load animation, and I'm not sure why. That was really annoying. They could have done a lot more damage than they did. Losses. Blackbeards had 13, no killed or wounded, had 13 go missing overnight. Rocket Chickens, 41 dead, 170 wounded. 171 missing because they did break that. A lot of men go missing overnight. Total 382 accurate strength, 2,319, 14% losses. Our River Boys, 17 dead, 84 wounded, 32 missing, total 133. Accurate strength, 2,605, 5% casualties. And I keep forgetting to rename this artillery division. I think it's the 4th or 5th artillery division, not 3rd division. Go Blocks' batteries did 12 to infantry. Molly Pictures did 3 to infantry, 15 to cavalry, 4 to artillery, total 22. Copeland's Lumberjacks did 9 to infantry, 21 to cavalry, total 30. Losses, Go Blocks, 2 dead, 5 wounded, 37 missing, total of 44. Accurate strength 157, 22% casualties. Molly Pictures, no combat casualties, had 31 go missing overnight. Really? Most experienced battery had 31 go missing. That's interesting. Accurate strength 161, 16% casualties. Copeland's Lumberjacks, no dead or wounded, 8-1 missing overnight. Accurate strength 192, 4% casualties. And the Blue Storm Brigade, I think we went through the Blue Storms. Get any of their officers. Oh, that's right. We did lose Burnside to being wounded. All right, we wounded Weisiger. He deserved that. Wounded Colonel White, wounded Colonel Steele, wounded Lieutenant Colonel Teal, wounded Colonel Archer, and we got 6 of their officers all wounded. That's a damn good grab. I don't think that did it. I don't think we did ourselves any favors by wounding Weisiger because he was kind of a fool. He's probably hoping he wouldn't get wounded. I'll get closed out of here, and I'll see you all at the newspaper screen. The victory at Carrollton. Weisiger's Corps and B's Corps fleeing in panic. Captain C.C. Andrew loses face. He's Commander Go Blocks' battery, and he deserves that, and I will be replacing him. And Colonel Archer for the Rebels takes the blame on their side. Carrollton's in with Wesley's Corps retreating in panic. The enemy's reported suffered casualties of 3,625 men. There are 406 killed and 510 captured. Our casualties total 973 men, 108 killed, 387 missing, and the rest are wounded. We've captured 1,438 rifles and one gun from the field and sent 502 men off to our vacation camps. All right. Yeah, B didn't want any part of this fight. He's been kind of hanging out like right here for a couple of months without engaging us, so he really didn't want any part of that fight. Why Weisiger came forward to attack us is beyond me. But, before somebody else chooses, we gotta replace Burnside. Who's gonna be... Oh yeah, and Andrews, you're done. GoBlox's battery is from the Minnesota Territory. Let's do you first. Daner, you're an infantryman, but you're the highest rank. And you're a professional. Yeah, we'll give you the battery. All right, who's replacing Burnside? Let's see. I don't think we're going to be promoting from within. Hamilton's up. Gamble. Oh, right now it looks like Sickles might get it because he's at 12 stars. Everybody else I named off was at 11. Yep, or George Thomas, he's at 13. It looks like it's going to be George Thomas. Where are you? There you are. Commander Spicy Balloon Brigade. Oh, wait, no. I think we have major generals that don't have a job right now. This is show me KIAs. Unassigned. Yeah, we got... I don't want to see them wounded either. I want to see unassigned officers. Well, it can't be him. Butler's out because he was the commander of all the armies. Oh, I don't have any major generals that are back yet. I guess a brigadier came back. Okay, so... West Virginia. We have officers from West Virginia. Why does it show me? What the hell? When it jumps around like that. You got Lockwood. Actually, let's make sure this goes. There's no pictures. He's a professional. So it's definitely going to be Lockwood because he's a professional. Being replaced by George Thomas. There you are. All right, it's now December 21st. We're almost at the end of the month, so I'm going to keep this episode rolling until we get there. All right, it's now December 28th. We do have ourselves another engagement here. And it looks like Beauregard wants to come down and attack the grunts in Richmond and try to retake it with Christmas has already passed. So I guess he's trying to retake it before the new year. So he's coming at me with his corps plus the Army of the Peninsula. They're bringing 28,842 infantry, 1,075 cavalry, 19 guns. To our 11,790 infantry, 1,029 cavalry, and 37 guns. I believe I am 2 brigades short in this army right now because I did have 1 brigade that had been sent home, and I think I might have sent the second one along with it because they were close to coming back. Either this force or another force, I did that too because they were only a few days away from coming back, so I dispatched the next brigade for home leave already. I think I did that with this corps. We'll see once we get on the map, but 2-to-1 odds. I feel bad for them. Welcome, my grunts, to another battle at Richmond. We are on the defensive. It's actually showing us with a minor victory already, as our morale is slightly higher. We're at 42 morale to their 33 morale. And it's 35 degrees and a snowstorm. This is not nice weather. It is 1600. It's already the end of the day, so we're definitely not seeing the rebels before day 2. And I'm just going to hold the positions I have here for right now. I'm not really crazy about my setup, but these brigades are not as big as they used to be, so I can't cover as much land as I used to. So, there is that. I'll get you guys forward sloped a little more. That's a little better. Ah, shit. Did not mean to move them. Well, I'll get that sorted out, but, looks like it's going to be a day 2 fight if they do not do an overnight withdrawal, which they just might. All right, it's now 13:30, going on 13:30 of day 2. And we finally have the rebels sighted, and it is some really crappy weather right now. It says heavy rain, but it's more like heavy snow, and 15 degrees. It did start out at like 8 degrees earlier today. I do have some skirmishers forward, which is catching this guy right here, plus 1 infantry brigade. So they are very, very slowly coming up. They don't have too many hours left in the day. If they I have a feeling the main attack's going to come in pretty late. It's taking forever for them to get up because of this weather. Why can you not see that infantry brigade? I think it's just better to call them back to the line, not take unnecessary losses. Overnight casualties, we took about 500. Correction, we took about 80-something casualties. They took over 500 from overnight attrition. Boys are in a good spot. Start engaging. It looks like it's gonna be a little bit while before they come up, so it's taking them forever to get here. Alright, it's now a little after 1400, and our visibility is just kind of screwed here. We're taking fire from units that we cannot even see. They can see us, but we can't see them. It's slightly annoying. And those are full-on brigades. We'll get rid of that brigade. They're already ready to break. Seems like they're trying to consolidate and push at the same time. It's a little odd. Looks like Jones is trying to head for the hole in my line here. But that's what the brigands are here for. Dance. I'd like to see it hit level 3 this battle. I don't think that's going to happen. Need your fire. Oh, there's no way they're going to come up that cliff, is there? Whoa, what the hell's going on here? I didn't give no advance orders. Oh, they are coming up the cliff. Oh, I'm going BS on that one. God damn it, Mar, fall back. I noticed some unsupported batteries to your front go. Why would you go that way? Go get them. How the hell are they hitting me from below? They are shooting my guys up from below the cliff. This doesn't compute in my head. Not compute in my head how the hell they are coming up that cliff like that. Reapers. Let's go get them. I'm not tolerating this BS. They're literally right there in front of us and we can't see him. No. And we're both advancing. They're already moving. Why are you... What the hell? Oh, the retreating unit, probably. Into that gap. Good job, worshipers. Well, keep on her. We're on top of them. Stay on. Riley's, move up. gonna run out of ammo. They might make level 3 on sharpshooter in this battle. Pulling back, boys. Here we go, breaking another battery, and we have this battle. Who the hell's firing over here? They were literally right there and we can't see them? Come on. The hell you doing, Reapers? Let's go. Richmond is our city. That's it, they're withdrawing. BS that we can't see those boys. There they go. What the hell's going on with the stockbrokers? They barely following their orders. Come on, can we get these guys sighted so we can knock them out? How do we not see them from here? assigned to pump. Oh, this is complete BS.
Save your water for when the shooting starts. Save your water for when the shooting
They can see us from below the cliff, but we can't see them looking down. Especially with these guys right on the riverbank there. That's shit like that pisses me off. Yeah, not too bad. Could have gone better. They should have never been able to climb that cliff the way they did. I don't care if the river's frozen or not. They got up that cliff like way too easy. So we took down 3,500 of their 28,000 infantry, 250 of their 1,050 cavalry, got 15 of their 20 guns. Total loss of 3,900 of their 29,000 men. We lost 997 of our 11,784 infantry, 7 of our 1,028 cavalry. That's just overnight attrition. 13 of our 37 guns, we get those back because the one battery did break because they were somehow clapping it from below a cliff face. Total loss of 1,028 of our 13,350 men. Got a lot more save files going on than I usually do because apparently OBS has been. It's happened to me twice so far in this recording session for today's 3-day recording session. But OBS has crashed my computer, I think, 4 times. I don't know why. Or what? Alright, time for the combat reports. Engineers did not fight. Reaper Division. Berdan Sharpshooters did 440 to infantry, 48 to cavalry, for total 488. Reaper Rifles did 123 to infantry. Losses, Berdan's 8 killed, 44 wounded, 13 missing, total 65. Aggregate strength 1,235, 5% casualties. Reapers, 0 losses. Whiskey Viking Division, Swemu Brigade did 279 to infantry, 63 to cavalry, total 342. Stockbrokers never got into it. 20th New York did 352 to infantry, 1 to cavalry, for total 353. Losses, Swemu Brigade, 4 dead, 27 wounded, 8 missing, total 39. Aggregate strength 957, 4% casualties. Stockbrokers just had 5 go missing overnight. 20th New York, 22 dead, 128 wounded, 25 missing, total 175. Aggregate strength 1,339, 12% casualties. Irish Division, Whiskey Worshippers did 470 to infantry, captured 150, 38 to cavalry, 6 to artillery, total 664. Irish Brigade did 306 to infantry. Riley's Irish did 268 to infantry, captured 53, 5 to cavalry, 65 to artillery, total 391. Losses, Whiskies, 61 dead, 233 wounded, 35 missing, total 329. Aggregate strength 1,067, 24% casualties. Irish Brigade, 38 dead, 181 wounded, 27 missing, total 246. Aggregate strength 1,103, 18% casualties. Riley's Irish, 17 dead, 65 wounded, 18 missing, total 100. Aggregate strength 1,364, 7% casualties. Gotcha Guard did not fight and lost 7 men overnight to attrition. 1st Artillery led breakfast did 39 to infantry, 16 to artillery, for total 55. Whiskey Kegs did 66 to infantry, 18 artillery, for total of 84. Thor's Hammer did 134 to infantry, 6 to cavalry, 21 artillery, for total 163. Losses, led breakfast, 1 man missing overnight. Whiskey Kegs, 2 dead, 6 wounded, 6 missing, total 14. Aggregate strength 164, 8% casualties. Thor's Hammer, 3 dead, 4 wounded, 1 missing, total of 8. Aggregate strength 178, 4% casualties. And we didn't lose anybody wounded, I don't think. I didn't notice. Nope. Let's see if we got any of the rebel officers. That was Beauregard's Corps. wounded Major Kirkpatrick and Major R.S. Andrews, both of the artillery. I don't think we saw the Army of the Peninsula. Oh, they did come up. We wounded Colonel Colquitt of Montauk Artillery. And they're just all separate brigades, except one division here. We got 3 artillery officers, nothing big. I'll get closed out of here and I'll see you all at the newspaper screen. Victory at Richmond. Beauregard's Corps fleeing in panic. General Hamilton becomes a national hero, and Colonel Colquitt, who was wounded in that fight, took the blame for the loss. Are you kidding me? I hate seeing that stuff. Battle of Richmond's end with Beauregard's Corps retreating in panic. The enemy reported suffered total casualties of 3,899 men. There are 556 killed and 874 captured. Our casualties total 1,028 men, 155 killed, 185 missing, and the rest wounded. We've captured 1,692 rifles and 3 guns from the field and sent 763 soldiers off to our vacation camps. If you notice up here, there actually is a siege going on. It says Fort Woodman, but we didn't rename it Fort Grimwolf. And how's this at 100% victory for the rebels? That doesn't make sense. And there's nothing I can do about it because the Army of the East is not ready for combat. That siege was in our favor, like, right before this battle started, so I don't understand that at all. Wonder how badly it's going to drag down the readiness of the grunts. What that did do, though, was give us control of the depot that they had built. So let's just burn that down right now. We don't need that. Force them to build another one. Now we hit play. Okay, now I hit play. It's shifted. And 55% chance of winning. We should win it. They have no artillery. It's 3 brigades of infantry and 2 of cavalry. So Grimwolf's Avengers should be able to hold that. That fight's already rolled off. All right, it's December 29th. We got 2 more days before the month ends, so I do want to bring this around into January. I don't think there's any more combats coming up, so I'll be back. And I was completely wrong about another engagement happening. It looks like Stevenson's Corps of the Army of Illinois, plus their headquarters, is coming at us at Carrollton again. But we're not going to take this battle this episode. This has already taken me about 3 days to record. So we're going to save this one for next episode and close out here. So once again, if you're a new viewer, return viewer, not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Do hit that bell icon so the next video comes out. Follow along in the series and enjoying it. Don't forget to bayonet that like button and butt stroke that comment section. And I'll see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.